Welcome back to Adrian's Avenue, and I am super excited about today. Why am I excited? Because I have the list in my hands of the banks that are paying you the highest interest rates out there. I did a video a couple of months ago, it was back in 2024, about these banks as paying the highest interest rates. And so I have an updated list. We know that the Fed last year cut the rates 3 times. They cut them once in September, 50th of a point. In November, they cut it 25th of a point. And in December, they cut it again, another 25th. And boy, did these banks respond. All the banks responded, except for the high national banks that not paying very much, 0.01% anyway. But there are still some banks at the top of that list. I'm going to go over that list for you and tell you what they offer so you can go out and move your money to get the absolute highest rate that you can out there. So have no fear. There are still banks paying great interest rates. And when I think about it, you guys, I have a mortgage on my current house, and that interest rate on my mortgage is like 2.8%. However, I can get almost double that in one of these high yielding savings accounts. They're all online. They're all FDIC insured. So I don't have a lot to worry about by banking with them. And 2 of them I already bank with. So I'm going to give you that list. So stay tuned. Get a pencil and a piece of paper because you want to write these down. You want to check them out. Check them all out. Go on their website. Check out whatever qualifications that you may have to have in order to go ahead and start putting money and open up an account in that particular bank. But I've done the dirty work. I've done the hard work for you. Not the dirty work, but I've done the hard work for you. And I'm going to give you that list. So stay tuned. I'm going to jump right in because I'm sure you're waiting on this. First bank up is Ally Bank. Ally at this current recording is paying 3.8% interest. Now, I like Ally and I do have money in my Ally account. I never moved it out. When Ally was paying 4.5 is when I moved most of my money over there. But since then, with the decreases in the interest rates from the federal government, they've come down like most all banks have come down. As a matter of fact, all the banks that I've had my money in, online banks with the high yielding, they've all come down. And they haven't come down a full percentage, 1%. Percentage point like the Fed has come down with the combination of the 3 cuts last year. However, they have come down. They need to respond to what the Fed is doing. And so I do have money still in the Ally account. And the thing I like about the Ally account is that you can put your money in different buckets. If you have $10,000 in there, you can put $5,000 toward this, an emergency fund, $5,000 towards something else, or $5,000 toward emergency fund, $2,500 towards something, $2,500 towards something else. You can break it out, and so you can see how you're saving and how your money's being slided all with one bank, all in one account. So there's buckets you can put it in. That's what I really like about Ally, and Ally is a good bank. It's solid. It's been around for a while. I trust Ally, so I have no issues with Ally. But it is paying 3.8% at this time, still beating my mortgage rate. And for you all, I'm not saying stop paying your mortgage or stop putting more money toward the mortgage, but the decision you have to make, if you have a lower mortgage rate, you can sock more money in toward the mortgage to get it paid off, or you can save more money in these banks that are paying you a higher interest rate. If your interest rate in the high yielding banks is higher than the interest rate you have on your mortgage or something else that you may have a low interest rate on. It's all a balancing act. If you want to get that house paid off, by all means, forget these high interest rates, go pay your house off. But it is a balancing act, and it's something that you may want to think about, especially still trying to take advantage of these high yielding savings accounts. The next bank up is UFB Direct. This bank is paying 4.01%. So if you want to put your money in there, there's no minimum amount you can put in. There are no extra fees. And they also have a bundle that you can have a savings and checkings account that they will actually pay you 4.21%. So check this bank out. It was in one of my top banks last time that I did a video on the high yielding banks. It has since come down kind of a little bit. And so, but this is another bank that's out there that you can put your money in and make more money. Anytime you can still get into the fours, it's a good thing. So check this bank out. Barclays is the next bank that I'm going to talk about. This bank is has been out there for a while, highly trusted. As I said, all of these are FDIC insured banks. So with this particular one, it has a tiered savings. And in the tiered savings, you get a certain percentage. And for this one, you're getting 4.25% on your money that you put in their savings account. And you will get that percentage all the way up until you hit $250,000. Once you hit $250,000 in their tiered savings accounts, you actually get a higher interest rate. I think it's 4.5% or something like that, but you get a higher interest rate then. But as we know, $250,000 is the limit where they cap it as far as your FDIC insured. So be careful there. But go out and check out Barclays Bank. There's the website right there. Go on, check it out, read everything about it. And like I said, they are tiered savings. As you put a certain amount in and hold it at that amount, you will get a certain interest rate on the amount that you have in the bank. Forbright Bank is the next bank up. Last time I did the video, they were much higher because they were offering a much higher interest rate. But right now they're offering you 4.25%. And that's still a great interest rate, especially because the rates have dropped so much. Anything, like I said, in the fours is a good interest rate, but they're offering 4.25%. So Forbright Bank is one that you want to go out and check out. There's no minimum amount, no fees or anything like that. Check them out because you have choices now. You can, whatever you feel comfortable with, go on their website, check out what they do. Also, you guys, when you're looking at these banks, make sure you review their customer service because you want to make sure that the customer service is good. I look at the customer service, not only the interest rate, not only the strength of the bank, you know, but I look at customer service and I look at how many days is it going to take me once I transfer my money over, as well as when I want to pull my money out, how long is it going to take me to pull my money out of that bank? Look at their track record. What are people saying about these banks? Just do your research. Do your research before you go out and do anything. I'm just giving you some names to go do some research with the interest rates that are currently out there. Now, after this taping is over, they may go down. The Fed's next rate, where they're going to look at rates, what they're going to do with rates is in late January. I think it's January 29th. They're going to make a decision on rates then. They're thinking, the prediction is the rates will hold and they won't go up or down. But we don't know what they're going to do. So take advantage of these interest rates as quick as you can, because we never know, nothing is promised. We never know when the interest rates on what we can make on our money will go down. CIT Bank, CIT Bank is the next bank up. They're paying 4.35%, but you have to deposit $5,000 to get that. So if you have $5,000 that you know that you have and you want to put in the bank, set it aside. It could be used for an emergency fund. It could be used for funding for a trip and you just want to gain as much money on that money as you possibly can. But they're offering 4.35% if you can move $5,000 into their account. Now, last year, I will tell you, I had, I was making in the fives and then it dropped down into the fours when the federal government started lowering the interest rates. But on one of my accounts, I made over $4,000 in interest on one account that I had in these high interest bearing. Now, yes, you have to have money, quite a bit of money in there to make that. But just think, if I had it in Bank of America, Wells Fargo, or Chase, some of these national banks that's not paying you anything, 0.01%, I would have made probably $4, if $4, right? So I was so happy to see, because it's tax time now and all these statements are coming in, interest statements, what you've made and that type of thing. So I'm so happy that I had it in the right place at the right time to capitalize on that, because $4,000 is nothing to shake a stick at. It's good money that I've made just given to me. Now I'm going to have to pay taxes on it, sure enough, but it's given to me where had I had that money sitting somewhere else, I would not have made that much money. All right. So keep that in mind. Now, if I am dropping this information for you, the least you can do is hit that like button and that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on the latest information as I'm bringing it to you. Share this video out. People need to know where to go to look, do the research, and then move your money to one of these high interest rate bearing accounts. They're all online. They're savings accounts, but you can pull your money in and out as you see fit. Put the money in there, let it make some interest for you. If it's emergency fund, this is a great place to put emergency funds. Share this out. Leave me a comment if there are other banks out there with high interest rates. I want to know that too. We want to share with the community so we can make the most out of our hard-earned money. We work for it and we want it to work for us. So if you have money that you can put in these banks, not if you have money, find money to put in these banks. You find money for everything else. Find money to put in these banks and make that money off of the money you're putting in there. These are the highest bearing interest rates banks that's out there, and I'm giving them to you. Share this one out, hit subscribe, hit like, give me comments, all of that. This next bank was at the top of the list last time, Western Alliance Bank. And with Western Alliance Bank, you're getting 4.35%. No minimum, no extra fees or anything like that. It's a good bank because it's been on the list, and the reputation that I'm hearing from it, I don't have money in it, but the reputation I'm hearing from it, it's a solid bank. So go check out Western Alliance Bank. That's another option at 4.35%. Basque Bank is this next bank. I think I had it in the list last time, but Basque Bank is actually offering 4.5% on their savings account. Also, it's connected with American Airlines flying points. And so if you go on their website, they'll show you how you can connect and actually get flying miles if you have a certain amount in the bank. But Basque Bank is one that you want to check out because they're offering one of the higher interest rates. It doesn't get much higher. There's one more that goes a little higher than Basque Bank, but Basque Bank, I've seen it before. It's a solid bank, and then they connect it with the flying miles. If you do a lot of flying, you want to go check this out. You're making great money on your money when you put it in here. 4.5% is one of the top interest rates that you can make out there these days. It's right below 5%. I couldn't find anything making 5%, you guys. I'll be honest. I couldn't find anything, and I looked and looked and looked, but I couldn't find anything. But Basque Bank is one that you want to go check out, especially if you like to fly and you fly American Airlines. There's a connection there. I don't know all the details, but go check them out if they interest you. 4.5%. Now, this next bank is one that I started putting my money in last year, and I did not release that I was putting my money in because a lot of people ask me, well, why don't you just tell us? Because I hadn't had experience with them, and I didn't want to say it's a great bank or I've had great experience. I just didn't tell you that that's where my money was. But Genesis Bank is one of the ones, and they're also, the interest rate is 4.5%. They were one of the top ones last time I made the video. They're still at the top. They just came down to 4.5%. A couple of days ago, they were at 4.8%. So they're coming down slowly. Some of these accounts came down quickly. Ally dropped real quick. When they started dropping the interest rates the first time, it started coming down. But Genesis held on, trying to give us as much of the 5%-ish. I think it was 5.25 maybe that they were giving at first. And they slowly came down. And so they're now at 4.5%. Which is a good interest rate. And that's where they've been a good company for me. I haven't had any problems with Genesis Bank. Of course, I just put my money in there and just let it make money. I don't, go back and forth and all this pulling in and putting it back in, taking it out and all that kind of stuff. I don't do all of that. I want it to make money, and I like seeing my statements when they come in, how much is made each and every month. So I put my money in there and let it stay. But Genesis Bank is one that I use. And so check it out because it's been good to me. It's a great bank. Do your research. Maybe it's good for you also. Okay, we're at the end of the list. Last, but certainly not least, is Open Bank. This was the top interest rate bank I could find. I couldn't find anything at 5, but this one comes in at 4.75 interest. Okay. Now to get that, you have to put $500 in the account. If you can put $500 in the account, you can start gaining the 4.75% interest. I don't know a lot about Open Bank. It's new to me. So do your research. It is FDIC insured, and of course you got to put the 500 in order to get the 4.75, but it would be worth it, you all. You got to put money in these banks to gain anything anyway. So might as well put some money in, put 500, put 1,000, whatever you can afford to put in and continue to put it in to build it up so you can make the most money off of your money. But Open Bank is at the top of the list. That's the highest interest rate that I could find. And so check this one out. Like I said, do your research, go on the website, look at it. And if it's for you, move your money over to Open Bank. I am not afraid to move my money around. If the interest rate goes down too far for me and I'm feeling like I can gain more if I move it here, I'll move my money to somewhere else. Now I may leave $5, $10, $100 in that other bank just in case their interest rates come back up. But if I buy and sell stock, moving money from one bank to another bank to get the highest interest is no big deal for me. Now, I'm not going to do it every day, every month or anything like that. But when things start to change drastically and I can see I'm going to lose more money if I keep the bulk of my money here versus somewhere else, I'm going to move it. I'm going to think about moving it, and then I'm going to make a decision to go ahead and move it. It's finances. That's what I do. That's what I like doing. I do the research and make the moves that's going to make me the most money. Okay. You go to the ATM and pull money out and put money in. You go to the bank and do this and that. So why not take care of your finances and make the most? These banks are giving these great interest rates. We don't know how long it's going to last. Take advantage of this as much as you possibly can. Okay, so go back through the video. Hopefully you'll select one. If you select one, make a comment and let me know how it's going with that particular bank. And with that, I will see you in the next video.